What was the most baffling military intelligence failure you witnessed? Afghanistan, 2012. Our unit was tasked with securing a small valley near the Pakistan border. Intelligence briefing told us it was lightly populated, minimal civilian presence, low threat assessment. Estimated 50 to 75 civilians, maybe 3 to 5 insurgents at most. 20 minutes after we arrived, we realized something was catastrophically wrong. The lightly populated valley had at least 3 large villages, hundreds of people, markets, schools, the works. Our intelligence officer, Lieutenant Parker, looked physically ill, kept checking his maps, satellite imagery, the works. Everything showed mostly empty terrain. Somehow, our intel had missed entire communities. Sir, our lead sergeant whispered, either someone's playing a joke or we've got a serious problem. Parker radioed back to base. Be advised, population estimates are incorrect. How incorrect? Came the reply. Add a 0, maybe 2. Silence from command. Then, stand by for updated orders. While waiting, our cultural liaison, Specialist Ahmed, started talking to locals. His face got grimmer by the minute. Sir, he reported, according to the village elder, they've been here for over 400 years. 700 people in this valley. They pay taxes. They vote in elections. There's a government clinic just over that ridge. Parker stared at him. If they're on the grid, how did we miss them? That's when things got really weird. Ahmed kept asking questions. Discovered that 2 years earlier, a provincial official had visited. Told them their valley didn't exist, according to official maps. Said he'd fix the problem. Never did. We later found out the official was skimming development funds. Easier to steal money allocated for places that don't exist. But that didn't explain our satellite imagery. How do you hide entire villages from space? The answer came from our drone operator that evening. He noticed the satellite passes we'd used for intelligence were all taken in winter. The valley was snow-covered. Buildings blended with the landscape. The few heat signatures were dismissed as data artifacts. No one had bothered to check seasonal variations, or look at historical maps, or talk to provincial authorities, or do literally any verification at all. When we got back to base, the intelligence section was in chaos. The colonel had launched a full investigation. Heads were rolling. It got worse. These invisible villages had been faithfully paying taxes, reporting insurgent activities, and requesting infrastructure improvements for years, all while being told they didn't exist in official records. We'd accidentally exposed massive corruption. The provincial governor was ultimately arrested for embezzling millions in development funds meant for these non-existent communities. Lieutenant Parker was initially blamed, but eventually cleared. The failure went much higher. 3 weeks later, we helped open the valley's first official school. The elders insisted Parker cut the ribbon. Their logic was perfect. The man who found us should be the one to help us be seen. I learned 2 crucial lessons. Never trust intelligence that hasn't been verified on the ground. And sometimes the biggest threat isn't what you can see, but what someone has deliberately hidden from you. The most dangerous blind spots aren't the ones you don't know about. They're the ones somebody else doesn't want you to see. Years later, I heard that valley became one of the most stable regions in the province. All because someone finally bothered to look at a different season's satellite image, and because Lieutenant Parker was humble enough to admit that his intelligence was completely wrong. In the military, we have a saying, the map is not the territory. Never was that more literal than in the valley that officially didn't exist.